Good afternoon, friends. How are we doing? It's your good Mr. Levington here. I wanted to make a quick video to highlight some of the resources that I'm putting together for to get ready for the AP test. This is at the top of the modules page. This is a test prep resources page. It's going to be the go-to, and I'm going to continually add stuff to this over the next few days. So this is a place you can come to look. I already have several things here for you, and I'm going to show you a couple of those right now. So that's the basic idea. Before I do that, just a quick reminder. You need to keep up to date with the test prep quizzes. We have 4 open right now. Most students have done 1 and 2, or at least this morning had done 1 and 2. Very few had done 4 yet, which is fine because I signed it today and I checked it this morning. So, but just keep up with those. Make sure you're going to have another one published tomorrow that will be due by like Thursday or Friday. So just keep up with those. I'm also planning on doing a practice test run through possibly Saturday, this coming Saturday, and I may offer like an in-person / virtual option. I want to try to make it so that you can do it even if you're not here. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. So here are some resources. I have a few things here, so you can kind of see this. I'm not going to go through everything here. One thing I wanted to share with you that I've been working on today quite a bit is the AP. I've seen versions of this, and I decided to make my own. And so I've started to put this together. I'm going to add to this, so it's a work in progress. But I have all of the graphs on here now, and then I just need to add more analysis, and I want to try to add some example questions maybe or something. So we have production possibilities curves, basic supply and demand, ASAD model, money market graph, loanable funds graph, reserve markets. Just as a quick note, as I said here, this is the new thing. It's like the new toy. I can't remember the last time. I mean, the AP macro test has been the same for 20 plus years, more or less. This is the first big change. They are gonna put a question on the test about this where you have to draw this. They need it for teacher training, just as inside baseball. Like they need a question to use to train teachers on how to teach this stuff. So that's one reason they need it. They need and one, it's the new content is the other thing. So without getting too far into it, they want, when they have it on a test, they can use the responses in teacher trainings to show teachers like the best way to score these types of questions. So I would honestly, if I would be shocked if it's not on there. So you really want to review this question, and practice it. You have the Phillips curve, which we just did or are currently doing, and then the 4x graph, which we just did. So I'm going to add stuff there as well. So those are here for you. Now and that'll continue to be developed. I have a couple other things. Fible has a good cheat sheet. One thing I'm going to share with you now is ACDC Econ is Jacob Clifford's site. So it's weird because you have Jacob Reed and Jacob Clifford. Jacob Reed is Review Econ. ACDC Econ is Jacob Clifford. And his page is right here. And what he did here is he essentially organized a chart which has every or most recent AP macro questions, and then the times that the topic appeared. So for example, we're doing the Phillips curve. So you can see like, okay, here it's only appeared 14 times in the last approximately, let's say 28 tests. So it's about a 50-50 proposition that you're going to have a Phillips curve question on the test. Now, the one thing I kind of look at here is sort of say, okay, well, it was on 2019, it was on 2017-16. It's 50-50 chance it's going to be on the test. So you can see where it is. And it also shows you, like, if you want to practice it, you can say, okay, 2013 question 3. Now I'm going to show you something right now that can help you if you want to practice, okay? So Phillips curve, 2013 question 3. Say you're like, man, I don't understand the Phillips curve. I want more practice than what I've gotten in class, or I want to go back and review it. I'm just using this as an example. But if you go through like a review sheet and you're like, oh, I don't remember doing, or I want to study, I don't know, something. Sorry, let's just keep it this way. So I'm trying to do this fast, so it's not too long. Where did I lost the? So Phillips curve, number 3, 2013. So here we go. So you go AP macro, FRQ, 2013. Boom. Maybe. There we go. Okay, now notice here you have the first hit, scoring guidelines, free response questions. Now first you want to hit the free response questions. So I'm showing you how you can, if you want to practice the FRQ, you can do it on your own. You can print off FRQs and practice them at home. You can just do individual questions if you want. Like again, now my computer's being slow, so if this would load, here we go. So then what the question will load here, and then the Phillips curve is in question for part 3. So part 3. Okay. So there's a question that, and you can see it's a Phillips curve question, like, the key said, so you can do the question. And then if you go back, once you've done it, you can get the key yourself. Okay. So I'm doing this just to be like, hey, here's I'm going to do these in class with you. I'll practice these with you. But, some of this has got to be, if you want, I'm just letting you know it's there. Okay. If you want to use it, you can use it. If you don't, that's fine. And then you click the scoring guidelines, it'll give you the answers. Okay, so you can check yourself there. All the pre-response questions have been released. You can go through all of them. You'll probably recognize some of them because I use some of them on tests, but that's fine at this point. Okay. Trying to think if there was anything else that I wanted to cover. I might do this one on Thursday, economics of pets. Won't that be fun? I was going to talk about, okay, so I did the WebEx meeting last Thursday, and unfortunately, the video I recorded of the meeting, I cannot figure out how to share it. I'm not going to use WebEx again. So if you did the practice FRQ questions, excuse me, that I gave you, they are the 2005 questions. So question 1, answer key is right here. If you did that, and so you can see the answers. I kind of went over this in the meeting and explained everything. And you can, if you need to, you can pause the video to get the answers here as well. So you have part A, this was question 1. And I don't have the question in front of me. My computer's being slow, so I'm not going to try to get it open. But so there's question 1. Answers, question 2 answers are here. So this was a loanable funds question. So those are the answers to question 2. If you have questions about these, you can ask me in class or, come in during advisory or something like that. And I'm going to do another practice or review session on Thursday. So I'll talk more about that later. And then the third question on the paper I gave you was actually number 3 from 2004. So let me see if I can get that quickly. 2004. AP macro FRQ. Well, in any case, I'm going to kind of wrap it up here, but I wanted to give you a heads up on those resources. and